Well, hello my friends, this is Gladys from Gladys Garden in Heart of a Gypsy. I am so sorry that it's been about close to 2 weeks that I filmed or tried to finish the book and give you measurements and instructions and all that good stuff. I had a trip that I had to take, kind of a last minute thing. We went out to see my sister in Utah, and it wasn't something planned, it just happened to be. And you know, my airplane ticket was really cheap, and there was a lot of things, and I had another sister that wanted to go over there. She's never been there, so I said, okay, well, we'll all go together. So it was myself, a niece of mine that it's like my sister, Janet, and then also my sister Flora and myself. So we had a great time. It was a nice break from the everyday, you know, things that we do, and I'm sure all of you can relate to that. But now it's time to finish the book. I finished the book already completely. But I want to give you instructions where we left off. But I want to give you also kind of a recap of what I've done so far. If you're following this video and you've gotten, you know, the guts of the book already put together, you know, it wouldn't be much longer since by the time you finish. So this is my first page, or the cover of the book. I'm still looking for some little pictures that I'm going to put in here that I haven't found. But we are planning a Disney trip pretty soon, so I'm sure I'll have plenty of chances to get pictures. Okay, as you opened up my inside picture, right? Let me just move this. Believe it or not, this weighs like, oh my God, like 7 pounds, I think. Anyways, I just decorated it with different things. There's Minnie, Mickey, and Pluto. These are some of the ephemera that comes in the package. And I forgot what it's called. I think it's, well, I'll remember it. I can't remember the package for the Minnie and Mickey or Disneyland theme. But I know Scrapbook.com, they carry all that, okay? I'm going to take this tape because it's not supposed to be there. Alright, so here we go. Page number 1, you've all seen it. Right here opens up this way, and this one opens up this way, and I utilize those large film strips that I cut out with my Cricut, and I use the Mickey and Friends cartridge. And I've already talked to you about how I use my photos chronological from the first time that we went to Disneyland, or that I went to Disneyland. We were in our honeymoon. Later on, we went with a couple of friends, and she is one of them right there, Laura, and her husband, and neither one of us had children, so we were like a yuppie couples going on in there and having a great time. This one is when we have adopted our first daughter, Daniela, and this is the other couple that we went, and their daughter happened to be the same age as mine, so we became pretty good friends. We kind of lost touch over the years. She got divorced and things of that nature, but anyways, so up to this time I've been there 3 times to Disneyland. Alright, so and remember, each one, once you do the guts of the book that I've already explained to you in videos earlier, each page has the same thing, one pocket, a huge pocket there, and I added this flip, just hooking it to the pocket right here. Each page will have a pull-out page that you can decorate with your pictures or some of the things that had to do with Minnie or Mickey. I put here Happily Ever After, and I also cut that with my Cricut. And we'll put some pictures in there, and then some more. Let me move the book. Some more here. You've seen that. So this is page number 1 only. And here it is with my girls. This is their first time going to Disney, and I have this huge button that says first visit. So I thought that was just perfect. I put Goofy there and Goofy here, a little bit of a film strip, and it continues. The next page, which is number 2, it opens up like this, like if you had shutters in your house. Pictures of ours, another 2 big film strips, and some pictures here. But I also created this big old tag right here that I put a picture of my daughter, so I'm going to do some journaling here in the back, and maybe more pictures too. As I mentioned before, I wasn't going to do the, none of my journaling, because I want to get all the pictures and then sit down, with my time, trying to remember what was done, where we go, or any anecdote that I may have for that trip itself. Okay, so we have, oops, why is this stuck? There it is. This is another pull out pictures, and the silhouette of Minnie and Mickey giving themselves a hug. And this is part of the paper, and this is part of the ephemera that comes with it. And let's close this. So this is page number 2, and in the back, my girls, same trip, decorated. And I use this right here. It says Mickey, or you can see the little ears. Let's see if I can, there. The little ears of Mickey or Minnie, and it says memories, happy memories, magic. Then on page number 3, again, I created this pocket here. I haven't done the big tag, but you already seen how I made the first one, and I'm just going to add another one there. More pictures. More family pictures here. I still need to put another one. I did some enamel dots in here, and I said totally. In the back of this, because this is really the pocket, okay? So I added this, and then I added that to that picture, so it kind of opens like a shatters, or like an accordion like. And again, we keep up with the pictures of my girls' first trip. And I know the Minnie and Mickey probably have never used those colors, but I am trying to bring out the colors of the picture here. So I had them wear, similar shoes color, the bow, and then their clothing. I thought that was kind of cute. All right, so this goes this way, and obviously we have a pull out. Things also come within the Cricut cartridge for Minnie and Friends. So I cut that out. I believe I cut it out of 5 or 5.5. You're just going to have to experiment with, I'm pretty sure it was 5. And I will put some pictures in there as soon as I have more available. All right, so here we go again. More pictures from the girls' first time, some stars that came in the package, and this is a wheel, or a movie wheel, and then I put here Disney. And if we open it up, you've already seen I cut all these frames with a Cricut also, and it's kind of no, actually it's Elegant Etches, I believe. I could be wrong, but I think it's Elegant Etches cartridge, and I cut them in what they call a puzzle or ticket look. I added a Minnie here, 2 of them. When the bottom is black and the top is red, and I add some more stars in there. Same thing, same trip. This was a Universal Studio, and this is a picture that I just downloaded from the it's a postcard actually that I cut out. All right, I lost count what page we're in, but it doesn't matter. All right, so here is another one of those frames that I told you about that you can cut out with that cartridge, Mickey and Friends. And these were not part of that first trip, but it was part of a trip that we took together to I think, I cannot remember the park that we went in California, Animal Kingdom or something like that. But anyways, my kids were taking pictures in those photo booths, and I thought those just go perfect here. Add some stars to make it a little bit more out there. And again, pull out. I still need to do either some journaling or more photos, and so in here. Let's see. Oops. I put that in there. And let me move my book. And You remember talking to me about this. This is from the Winnie the Pooh cartridge, and I cut out these frames that looked like it's kind of a rough wood frames, and I put them in this thing. So I just need to add the pictures on that. All right, let's and this one opens up. I'm sorry, this one opens up and it's filled with photo frames, so you can add yours later. And on the inside you have all these frames too. Now let's turn it around. Some more pictures in here, and I can do a lot of journaling here, or just put some, you know, smaller photos in there. In the back I use the same, I think it's called Elegant Edges frames, and I cut them at different sizes. I cannot remember the sizes. Again, if you have that cartridge, just experiment with it. And right here I have a mini strip or a photo strip right here that I like to put some pictures. And again, the next one has the regular pocket, but then I added this flap this way, and this too. You've already seen all this. We're getting close to the time that we completely finish the book. This little house is also on the Mickey and Friends, and it's several layouts for you to get all the colors and make it look like a real house. And just put a picture here of my girls, and this is for my journaling a little later. Okay, blank page, so you're able to put several photos in here. And this is another one. Again, this is our big pocket, and I added this one to that and this one to here. Okay, like that. You've already seen that. I'll pull out, and then you close it, and we get to where we left off. So cover this page. I don't know if I'm going to do a pocket here. You've seen me how I make my pockets. I cut my pockets usually 12 by 5 and then score 1/2 inch 3 ways and put them here, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or put out just different type of mats to add my pictures. All right, so here we go to where we left off. Let me remove this right here. This paper right here was the last time we spoke, putting it in here. From there, I added this paper, and then I cover this. This right here, it's added to this page. I don't know if you can see it here. Yeah, you probably won't because it's so small. The book is really big, so it's a challenge to get it all in frame. But anyways, so that was the finale right here of this page, and this one kind of began with a big pull out and another one right here. Okay, so you always want to measure the size that you get and leave an inch in order to add it to the main page right here. And I'll give you those measurements. This one's measured, oops, helps if I put it the wrong way, the right way. So these are 12, the pages, 12 by 11 1/4, 12 by 11 1/4, and then you're going to use 1 inch and 1 inch score line added to the bottom of this page before you put this paper, and then I cover this. This right here, it's added to this page. I don't know if you can see it here. Yeah, you probably won't because it's so small. The book is really big, so it's a challenge to get it all in frame. But anyways, so that was the finale right here of this page, and this one kind of began with a big pull out and another one right here. Okay, so you always want to measure the size that you get and leave an inch in order to add it to the main page right here. And I'll give you those measurements. This one's measured, oops, helps if I put it the wrong way, the right way. So these are 12, the pages, 12 by 11 1/4, 12 by 11 1/4, and then you're going to use 1 inch and 1 inch score line add it to the bottom of this page before you put your paper. And then once you have that, you have these 2 pages that go like this, either one you want. Then I added my frame. I added Minnie here, a little bow here, and some extra little frames for some later on photos. Okay, so that's where we left off last time. Now let's go ahead and finish it up. This is the back of this page that we're talking about. I just added this big old pocket, and I wanted it that way, so I'll give you the measurements. So this one is going to be 6 wide, 6 tall by 12. 6 by 12, and you go half an inch, and half an inch right here. I don't put it all the way down because it makes me feel like when I see some of this paper here and then I also see it here, it just kind of marries it, and that's how I left it. I can still put a photo here or some journaling. So I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do. Alright, so here we go again. This is your regular, let me see, this is your regular page, not the last one but the one before. I added this piece of paper onto the pocket. So let's repeat those measurements. So it's 11 and a quarter by 7, because remember, you're going to score 1 inch long side in order to tuck it in to this pocket that we have normally on the page. And I decorated with different papers. These are not, including this ones, are not part of the Disney, but it was Disney World that we went, and we were in Florida. Now this one was not, but she's wearing a princess little tiara, and I put a heart. I just couldn't help it but to put it there. And then this is from Grapevine Designs right here, which I absolutely love. It's like a market sign, and then I just put on top one of the stickers that came in the package. It's called, it says fun, and there's 2 hearts and an arrow through it. And then I dress Minnie according to the color of this background. So there you go. Then on this one, on the pull out, I put the silhouette of Mickey kind of laying down, relaxing, and on the side I cut it out with, I believe, a Sizzix long strip die. And let me see if I get it here so you guys can see it in just 2 seconds here. Let's see. No, this is it. Here we go. Give me a second. Now that I want it, I'm not finding it, right? That's usually how it is. But anyways, let me show you. It's one of these long ones from Sizzix, and I can't find it. So I know it's there somewhere. I just can't see it right this moment. Let's see. No, and no. Okay, so it's one of these, and it's not by Tim Holtz, it's by Sizzix. They're the ones that created that. Give me just a second here, and I am so hoping I find it. Just a second. Oh. Okay, so it's going to be a Sizzix like this, but it isn't going to be in flowers like this pattern. And somehow I am not finding it right now, but I do know I have it because I used it. So, let's see. No. Alright, so another time I will do that. Alright, so didn't find it for this moment, but anyways, it's a Sizzix. It's not Tim Holtz, and I believe those are retired. So if you go to Sizzix.com or something like that, you might be able to find it. It's long like this and very thin, so it doesn't, you have to use very thin paper or give it a couple of runs, you know, in your cutting machine, because it doesn't cut all the way. But I was able to get these flowers and I really liked them, so how it turned out. So pictures all this area and also some journaling. All right, so I'll put this back in here. And same thing on this one, I just covered it with paper, but this one was added obviously to the main page. So just 1 inch score, and I apply it to here. And then I cover it with that paper. Then I cover this on the back too. I'm not so sure if I will do a pocket. It all depends on how many pictures I get. This time that we're going to Disneyland, so if I need more, then I'll just add some pictures. I will not put all the pictures, because if you know, if you would know how many pictures I take, you know it's impossible. I will fill a whole library with them. But I put main ones, and then the other ones I tuck them into you know, pockets or things like that. So if people want to see them, they can just pull them up and see them one by one. All right, the back, same thing. On the back of this, I just covered it right here. So that would be page number 6, okay? 6 or 7, I can't remember. This is really the last page. And I'm gonna move this. Let's see, there it is. So this one's right here that you see here. I just cut them in half, and I'll give you the measurement. If I can find my, there it is. So this one's measured 11 by 5, okay? 11 by 5. So let's see if it's 11. Okay, it's 12 by 5, because you have to put 1 inch score in order to add it. And I added it to the back page in here. So I'll move this way, and I move this way. In the bottom ones, I added it to the next page here. Let me see if I can pull that out, and you can see. Let me see if I can lift it up so you can see. Let's see, there it is. You can see it right there, okay? So same measurements, 12 by 5, and I added to this side. So when you open this too, right here, you have front and back for pictures, and again you have front and front, back and back for photos. So the whole thing is about creating spaces to make sure you put all the pictures that you want. This one I left it empty yet, because I'm thinking of doing a pocket here, and I probably will, because I made a boo-boo here. I tore my paper, so I will do that the same way. All right, the last page, and for that I am going back to this where we started, or where we left off last time. This is an extra page that is, even though it is a page, but is non-attached to the book. So it goes like this. So you're going to cut 2 pieces. The first one is going to be 10 by 10, and the other one is going to be 10 by 11. Why? So you can use 1 inch in order to add it to each other right there. So you have this bifold paper. And what I did, you can, you know, I put mini there. You can do journaling, more photos, and you can, you know, you can put your own journaling with your own paper there. I don't like my penmanship, so I like to do as much as I can on my computer. But anyway, yeah, sometimes I do. So for this, I just put the bottom in here, and it stays this way, okay? So I can open it this way or take it out if I wanted to. So that is the same thing that we're going to do in the very, in the very back of our book. Let me see. I'm sorry, I know this looks confusing because it's so large, but please leave me a question or something that I didn't explain correctly. Please let me know. Alright, so I created a pocket over here. It is 12 by 5, score ½ inch on each side, and added it to the page. And same thing with this, just like the other ones. One is 10 by 10 and the other one is 10 by 11. In order for you to score one inch and then add them together. And I haven't put any paper on it yet, but that's something that I have to do and get that over with. I'm going to do some some cutting on my Cricut. It has to do all with the Disneyland theme and all those characters, and just put them everywhere or wherever I think they would look good. Alright, so here it is. Last page. In other words, movable page. I have many here. I didn't do anything to this paper, but the only thing I did was to distress the edges. So these are going to be just for pictures and some journaling. And on the back, or the inside of the back page, I did a big old pocket here, and I would like to do one of those pull out that you can put in here and come out. So that's what I will do. So cover here and cover here, and then I did a big old pocket right here. And the reason why I didn't go any further was because you have these beautiful designs here and it says magic. So I'm going to do something small, or just keep it for some photos that they're not going to be the main ones, but still nevertheless part of the adventure. So friends, I do hope you have enjoyed the making of this book. It was large. I think it's larger than life. I had a lot of fun doing it, and please, if you make your own, send me pictures, post pictures. You guys have all my information. If not, look it up on YouTube. I have all my info in there for Facebook, for Instagram, all that good stuff. So we would love to see, I would love to see, what your project end up being. So thank you so much for listening and for being so patient when I was gone, but I had a great time. I needed that time off, and I'm back now. So take care, and leave me a questions if you guys have any. Okay, take care. Bye bye.